First off will be Rachel Klima to give us an update on LSIC. Go ahead, Rachel.
All right. Hi, everyone. I'm really happy to be able to join you this afternoon. I'm going to briefly introduce LSIC to those who are not familiar with it, and then talk a little bit about what activities we've got going on that we've recently completed and that we have in store in the future. If you can go to the next slide, please. So for those who don't know what LSIC is, the Lunar Surface Innovation Consortium is a consortium that was chartered by the Space Technology Mission Directorate at NASA about 2 years ago. We kicked off in February of 2020, right before the pandemic began. And the objective of the consortium was, with a technology focus, to reach out to different universities, companies, nonprofit organizations, other government agencies, basically all these different entities that had a vested interest in returning to the lunar surface, to understand who could contribute what elements and how we can make smart investments across the board to really make this sustained presence on the lunar surface a reality. So over the course of that, the last 2 years, we've grown to we're over 1,700 participants, with over 500 organizations located throughout the United States. We've got members from every state, and a large number of the folks involved are from industry, clearly because they really would like to see this sustained presence and potential economy around the moon. But we also have a lot of members throughout academia, government, and nonprofit organizations. One of the big things we've been trying to do with the consortium is reach out to non-traditional technology providers, because we really want to encourage diversity of thought and innovation, and not just do things the way we always have. So we've been working really hard to talk to industry folks that are not necessarily space industry, but are tech industry. So whether it's AI, robotics, construction, all kinds of different companies, and bring them into the fold. And likewise, we're trying to reach out to different types of colleges and universities throughout the country to really generate excitement around the return to the moon. So in addition to reaching out to folks, we have these ongoing dialogues. If you want to go to the next slide so I don't run out of time. We have focus groups that center around each of these different areas listed below: extreme access, lunar dust mitigation, extreme environments, surface power, ISRU, and surface excavation and construction. And the focus groups meet monthly to have dialogues about these technologies and to hear from different members in the community. And then we also do networking events and workshops that kind of cut across these, as well as 2 meetings a year to talk as the larger consortium and to build partnerships and network together. So if you want to go to the next slide, please. So what we have been working on recently, we just finished our 5th full consortium meeting last week. That was the spring meeting held here at APL, where we manage the consortium out of APL. And those talks will be online soon if you go to our website, which is linked below. And one thing that might be of particular interest to this community is that the NASA leads for the live portion of the investments from space tech presented sort of their envisioned future. So the technologies they've been investing in that will really help us realize this sustained presence on the lunar surface. So those will be up relatively soon. We'll have the videos and the talks up for that. Another thing we've talked a lot about in the consortium is the kind of supply and demand side of things. So there was a workshop held in February about, how do you get regolith and make that into things beyond just 3D printing of regolith, but into actual like metal extraction and for excavation and construction. We're also working on trying to get some standards established to help people work together more effectively and reduce waste. And let's see, I'm almost out of time. So a couple other things we do as a consortium and as a APL, look at the different simulants are available. So that's available on our website. And we have a couple of activities coming up. There's tentatively, I believe this will be the date, June 7th, we've got a Designing for the Extremes workshop coming up. And then we're aiming for the beginning of November for our next consortium meeting. So if you're interested in joining, please go to that website. And you can also feel free to ask me questions in the chat or email me, and I can help you out. And I'm under 5 minutes. So exciting. Boom. All
Thanks,
done.
Rachel.